Hello, Northwest Georgia, and welcome to Your Weather on North Georgia Television. The rain set in while temps remained in the mid-50s overnight. More rain showers across the region this morning and thunderstorms are expected to develop this afternoon. Highs will be near 65. Showers early and then cloudy tonight. Lows in the upper 40s and the winds light and variable. Now for a look at the temps around the region this morning. Calhoun, 55 this morning. Midday, expect 60 and 65 for your high. Chatsworth saw an early morning low of 55. Look for 59 at midday and then up to 64. In Chickamauga, 55 to start out your day, 57 at midday and then 63 this afternoon. In Cohutta, 54 this morning, 57 midday, and 62 will be your high. Dalton, early this morning temperature of 54 up to 59 by noon, and then 63 this afternoon. In Fairmount, starting out at 56, 61 for your midday, and 65 for your high. Fort Oglethorpe, AM low of 54, 56 at lunchtime, and topping out the day at 62. And 55 for Lafayette this morning. Expect a noontime temp of 59 and then 64 for your high. And in Ringgold, began the day at 55, looking at 58 midday, and then 64 before the temps begin to drop. Our 7-day forecast predicts clouds and rain, but no snow for the time being. Overcast with a slight chance of rain tomorrow, highs in the upper 50s, chance of showers increases overnight and lows in the mid-40s. Saturday, mainly cloudy with highs in the low to mid-60s, cloudy overnight with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s and winds light and variable. On Sunday, rain early and then remaining cloudy with thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs up near 60 and overnight lows down to freezing after evening thunder showers. Winds south-southeast at 5 to 10. Monday, cloudy early, becoming partly cloudy in the afternoon. Highs only in the low to mid-40s. North-northwest winds pick up 10 to 15 miles per hour and mostly clear Monday night, and temps drop into the upper 20s. Tuesday, partly cloudy, highs in the low 40s, north-northwest winds back down to 5 to 10. Temps go way down to the upper teens with skies clear overnight. And next Wednesday is expected to be sunny with highs only in the upper 30s and overnight lows down in the lower 20s. Thursday, a mix of sun and clouds and highs near 50, and that's your weather forecast, whatever the weather. We hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. And now for the area obituaries. Mrs. Heather Nicole Cox Queen, age 40. Heather Queen of Tunnel Hill departed this life Sunday, February 24th at North Knox Medical Center. Service to celebrate her life will be held Thursday, February 28th at 3 p.m. from the Ponders Melrose Chapel with Eric Ridley officiating. Interment will follow in the South Chapel. The family will receive friends at the funeral home from 12 until 3 p.m. on Thursday. Stephen Gregory Humble, age 58. Greg Humble passed away Monday, February 25th, after a short battle with cancer. Funeral services will be held 10:30 a.m. Thursday at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. Arrangements are by Heritage Funeral Home on Battlefield Parkway, and in lieu of flowers, please make contributions to CHI Memorial Foundation Cancer Support or to St. Paul's Episcopal Church. Tracy Melissa Long, age 48. Tracy Long of Chickamauga passed away Monday, February 25th, at her residence surrounded by her family. Funeral services celebrating the life of Tracy Long will be held at 12:30 p.m. Thursday, February 28th in the Heritage Funeral Home Chapel, with Reverend Kenneth Bales officiating. Interment will be in Chattanooga National Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to the Alzheimer's Association. Sarah Lee Kilgore Shelton, age 58. Sarah Lee Shelton of Hickson passed away Saturday, February 23rd. The family will receive friends from 11:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. Thursday, February 28th at W.L. Wilson and Sons Funeral Home, Fort Oglethorpe. Graveside services will be held at 2:30 p.m. on Thursday in the Tennessee-Georgia Memorial Park, with Reverend Keith McLeod officiating. Gary Lane Ashworth, age 64. Lane Ashworth of Dalton passed away peacefully on Sunday, February 24th at Erlanger Medical Center, surrounded by family and friends. Services will be held Thursday at 3 p.m. at St. Mark's Episcopal Church, with Susan Butler officiating. The family will receive friends Thursday in the Fellowship Hall of St. Mark's from 1 till 2:30 p.m. Donations in memory of Lane can be made to the American Heart Association. Mrs. Peggy Sue Smith, age 61. Peggy Sue Smith of Dalton passed away Tuesday, February 26th. She was a loving wife, mother, and grandmother and will be missed. Services will be Friday, March 1st at 2 p.m. in the Chapel of Love Funeral Home with Reverend Blake Wilcox officiating. Burial will be in United Memorial Gardens. The family will receive friends at the funeral home Thursday, February 28th from 4 till 9 p.m. Mr. Starling Lawson, age 66. Starling Lawson of Dalton departed this life Monday, February 25th. Service to celebrate the life of Mr. Starling Lawson will be held Friday, March 1st at 2 p.m. from the Bull Creek Baptist Church in Huntsville, Tennessee. Interment will follow in the church cemetery. The family will receive friends at Melrose Chapel of Ponders Funeral Home from 5 until 9 p.m. on Thursday, February 28th. Jesse Height, age 88. Jesse Height of Calhoun passed away on Tuesday, February 26th at Gordon Healthcare. Funeral services will be conducted Saturday, March 2nd at 11 a.m. from the Calhoun First United Methodist Church with Pastor Ed Archer officiating. Interment will follow in Chandler Cemetery. The family will receive friends Friday from 5 till 8 p.m. at Thomas Funeral Home. In lieu of flowers, the family requests memorial contributions made in his memory to Calhoun Memorial Fund. Stella Margaret Day, age 45. Stella Day went home to be with the Lord Monday, February 25th. Stella was a lifelong resident of North Georgia, Chattanooga area. Funeral services will be held 1 p.m. Sunday, March 3rd in the Heritage Funeral Home Chapel with Pastor Robert Cargyle officiating. The family will receive friends from 4 till 8 p.m. Saturday, March 2nd, the funeral home. Joey Wayne Swindle, age 42. Joey Swindle of Fort Oglethorpe passed away February 26th. A loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend to many, a celebration of life service will be announced at a later date. Arrangements are by Wilson Funeral Homes.
Good morning, Northwest Georgia. Welcome back to North Georgia Television. My name is Adam Scott.
And I'm Aaron Scott. Let's hop right into it today. First up, President Trump drives effort for disaster relief funding Ringgold City Council meeting. Dalton Public Safety Commission honors officers. SE students earn certified solid works professional status. Also, Northwest Georgia Star students recognize #1 boys junior golfer in Georgia, Gavin Noble. RHS senior Calvin Dallas signs with the Union.
You know, that's awesome. It seems like we have a bunch of really cool things going on around here. I mean, the STAR students, we're hitting a little bit of national stuff. It seems pretty interesting today.
It's a great what we have going on here.
Yeah. First up, President Trump drives effort for disaster relief funding yesterday. U.S. Senators from Georgia, Johnny Isakson and David Perdue, along with Senators Doug Jones, Marco Rubio, Rick Scott, Tim Scott, Dan Sullivan, and Tom Tillis, introduced a bipartisan disaster relief package with the backing of President Donald J. Trump. President Trump, working with the bipartisan group of senators, has confirmed his support for disaster relief and encouraged Congress to pass legislation with funding for areas including Georgia and other states but are recovering from recent hurricanes, wildfires, and other natural disasters.
In October, President Trump and Vice President Pence both saw the devastation of Hurricane Michael firsthand and promised farmers they would have their backs. In pushing for the disaster relief bill, the president is fulfilling that promise, according to Perdue, a member of the Senate Agricultural Committee. He went on to say that it is up to Congress to follow through and pass this crucial bipartisan bill. Farmers in rural communities cannot wait any longer for disaster relief. Some Georgia farmers, the timing of assistance will determine whether they put a crop in the ground ever again. This bill will also provide relief to North Carolina for devastation from Hurricane Florence that hit in September, and to our territory of Puerto Rico for damage from Hurricane Maria that devastated the island. Also, Alaska will get relief help with rebuilding from the earthquake they had in November. Isaacson said he has spoken with President Trump and Vice President Pence, Senate leaders Governor Kemp, and with Georgia farmers about our desperately needed disaster aid legislation and how to get it moving as soon as possible. And he believes this legislation will provide crucial funds to our farmers and produce more significant agricultural losses in Georgia last year during the Hurricane Michael. They are now close to planting season, and time is one of the essence for the lives and livelihoods in the industry. We cannot overstate the importance of quickly passing this legislation to restore our agricultural community in the state of Georgia.
Senator Jones of Alabama said they've seen their fair share of hurricanes, tornadoes, and other severe weather over the years. That doesn't mean it gets any easier to either experience a disaster or to rebuild after one. He is therefore proud to join Senator Perdue to introduce the bill and help folks get back on their feet by providing $12 billion in additional disaster relief funds. In conclusion, he said the bipartisan legislation will help Alabama farmers who were hit hard by Hurricane Michael. Senator Republicans voted overwhelmingly to help Florida communities devastated by Hurricane Michael earlier this year. But Congress has repeatedly played politics with disaster funding at the expense of local communities still struggling to recover, according to Florida Senator Rubio. He said that each day that Congress fails to act, state and local governments become increasingly at risk of running out of the necessary resources needed to address critical issues and fully recover from recent disasters, and that communities should not have to suffer the consequences of Congress's inaction any longer. He said it is time to act. Governor of Florida, Rick Scott, said he saw firsthand the destruction left behind by multiple devastating hurricanes. Following the storms, working nonstop to help our communities recover, but that there's still a lot to do, especially when it comes to rebuilding Tyndall Air Force Base. He also said disaster funding should not be a political fight and needs to be brought to the floor of the Senate as quickly as possible, and that he will never stop fighting for disaster funding to help Tyndall return to its full operation and make sure Florida families and businesses have the resources that they need to get back to their normal lives. He's also glad the bill includes the funding to help our friends in Puerto Rico continue rebuilding following Hurricane Maria.
Tim Scott of South Carolina said it was well past time for Congress to move forward with this much-needed disaster funding. He thanked his colleague, Senator Perdue, for leading the charge and hopes to see a vote in the immediate future. Doug Sullivan of Alaska said that Alaskans are a tough, resilient, and caring people. Within hours of the last November's earthquake, the Trump administration was eager to do what they could to help in the aftermath. In addition to the response of the local emergency response personnel, Alaska Department of Transportation and countless others were out inspecting and repairing infrastructure within hours. That rebuilding continues today. He said the bipartisan relief package provides for states like Alaska to seek to further that rebuilding process in the aftermath of a major natural disaster. As North Carolina continues to recover from Hurricane Florence, the bipartisan legislation is a positive step to ensure our great state receives the resources it needs to help communities affected by the storm, according to the state senator. Tillis, who immediately followed the destruction, began working with Senator Burr and the entire North Carolina delegation to secure an initial down payment of recovery funding on behalf of the North Carolinians. But that much more still needs to be done. He also said he will continue to work with his colleagues in the Senate and ensure that North Carolina families, businesses, and farmers have the opportunity to rebuild from a devastation left behind by Hurricane Florence.
The bipartisan funding package also includes approximately $13.6 billion in overall relief efforts to all those affected. Critical agriculture disaster relief for farmers recovering in the wake of hurricanes Michael and other natural disasters across the country, development grants for small rural communities impacted by natural disasters in 2018, assistance for veterans, health facilities, and military construction projects devastated by Hurricane Michael, emergency funds for critical timber, watershed, and watershed infrastructure needs, restoration of highways, aviation facilities, and other transit projects damaged by natural disasters, an additional $600 million in immigration assistance for Puerto Rico in response to President Trump's disaster declaration. You know, I mean, this is I guess you could look at this in a bunch of different ways, but even some of the guys that are have the suits and ties on truly are even saying this should have been taken care of a long time ago.
When it should have. When it comes to politics, when you want to be childish, you hurt other people.
Yep, that's a fact. I mean, here's the thing, is this was last year. They should be able to sit down and make a decision that, hey, we need to help our own country, our own people, before we even think about how much we're giving.
It is, and it's petty for one party to delay the other party. Just to, you know, they're cutting their nose off to spite their face, and this happens all the time.
Yeah, that's a fact, and it's only hurting other Americans.
It is, you're exactly right. Next up, Ringgold City Council meeting. At their meeting earlier this month, Ringgold City Council members discussed needed City Hall repairs and awarded a contract to the Buford, Georgia-based Terra Systems. Their low bid came in just over $55,000, and they have excellent references and a history of quality work in the area. According to City Manager Dan Wright, the work will focus mainly on the roof and include windows, railing dormers, and painting. They have about $50,000 in the government building fund for repairs from when the board approved and awarded 2 contracts last year to do the bulletproof glass and the metal shielding there at the front office. However, that project has not yet occurred. At the end of the year, the funds were moved to the fund balance. Wright said they will have to go back and recapture those and move them back to this year. In other business, during the meeting, this board designated several items of the city property as surplus, 31 items ranging from an old typewriter to old Motorola radios, laptop computers, and printers that police chief has deemed surplus, that they were put in on the books officially so that they can be moved to govdeals.com. We thank you for tuning in here at Northwest Georgia Television. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
While the word cancer can strike fear at the deepest level of our souls, in the case of skin cancer, the prognosis is very good. Basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas are the most common and are not normally included in cancer statistics.
Our office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of skin cancer.
If you're concerned about a mole or freckle that may be changing, give us a call. Most treatments can be performed in our office in about 15 minutes with very little discomfort.
I am Ron McKinney, pastor of Kinsey Drive Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia. KDBC has been the birthplace of several Christian organizations. It was the birthplace of Christian Heritage School 30 years ago, and through the Academy of Fine Arts, Labrie Symphonic Orchestra was founded by KDBC members Gene and Betty Lindauer. The ministry of KDBC reaches around the world with the missions of To Every Tribe ministry, and I was a founding member of North Georgia Fellowship of Christian Athletes in 1992. Majesty is the longest running television program on North Georgia television. For 28 years, we have faithfully proclaimed the doctrines of grace. Kinsey Drive Baptist Church welcomes you to visit at 2626 Kinsey Drive on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Our website is kinseydrivebaptistchurch.com. To God be all the glory.
Hi guys, I'm Frank Pinson. I want you to tune in on these following show times to watch 101 with Frank Pinson. The show is based on people doing great things in and for your community, our community. Now those are doctors, lawyers, students, teachers, anyone doing great things. So guys, you know the motto, don't just be great, always inspire, motivate, and teach others to do the same. Now that is what we do, and I hope you tune in to WDNN TV. Just click on the website, or you can follow it right here, www.thefrankpinson.com, and watch any episodes you like. See you soon.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton are proud to serve our communities, providing the products you need plus the personal service you expect from your hometown bank. We offer the latest technology like customized instant issue debit cards, InstaPay, and more. And with our experienced First Elite bankers, switching to First Bank has never been easier.
Stop by and see what sets us apart.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton. Your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Judy Elliott, inviting you to join me on Lifestyles for Women show on WDNN TV. This year brings exciting new topics that women like to discuss or just know more about. Subjects like ways to look and feel your very best, travel, family, health, and sometimes just fun girl talk. It's always exciting, and we invite your suggestions. Just message me on Facebook at Lifestyles for Women, or for more information or to watch us online, visit WDNNTV.com, Lifestyles for Women.
Hi everyone, I'm Judy Elliott.
I'm Jane Marie Wilson.
And join us for our second season on Southern
Sassy. This season, we are going to do a day in the life of a fireman. We learn how to belly dance and ride horses.
And wear our wedding dresses.
They still fit, by the way.
Only in the front.
So join us for that and much more this season.
Catch us on OptiLink Channel 6
and WDNN Channel 10. Like us on Facebook, because you never know what you're going to find
on Southern Sassy.
Welcome back, Northwest Georgia. Next up, we have Dalton Public Safety Commission Honors Officers. The Dalton Police Department recognized 3 of its officers at Tuesday morning's meeting of the Public Safety Commission with the department's Life Saving Award for their roles in 2 separate incidents. The award is given to officers who give emergency medical care and perform other heroic acts during the course of their duties to save lives. Officers Jacobs Allen and Michael Bowen were recognized Tuesday for their role in saving the life of a woman who attempted suicide on January 26th. Alan Bowen responded to a call from the victim's family members that she had made suicidal threats and quickly forced entry into her residence and found her bleeding from a self-inflicted knife wound. Bowen and Allen were able to put pressure on the wound and keep the victim stable until the EMS personnel arrived. Officer Justin Smith was given the award for his role in helping an elderly woman to escape from a fire at an apartment on Avenue F on January 20th. Officer Smith and Officer Andrew Sell responded to the call and were informed that the woman was still there in her apartment. They made entry into her apartment and helped her to safety. Officer Sell was unable to attend Tuesday morning's meeting to receive his award.
The DPD's traffic unit presents an award each year honoring the patrol officer who works most diligently to keep motorists safe on Dalton roads. Traffic Unit Officer David Sailors presented the award for 2018 at Tuesday morning's meeting to Officer Jacob Allen. Officer Allen was selected by the traffic unit after reviewing the performance of officers from the patrol division in 7 areas presenting traffic-related information or classes to area schools or groups, earning traffic-related certifications, attending traffic-related training, enforcement of impaired driving laws, enforcement of distracted driving laws, enforcement of speed laws, and the enforcement of seatbelt laws. Fire Chief Todd Pangel presented Matt Daniel for promotion to the rank of lieutenant. Lieutenant Daniel has served as the coordinator of the Prevention Division since November 2017, and Chief Pangel noted that his leadership has moved the division and the department forward in the mission. Lieutenant Daniel has implemented a schedule of inspections, a program for electronic inspections, and many other procedural changes that have improved efficiency. Lieutenant Daniel joined the fire department in January of 2003. We really support you and thank you here at Northwest Georgia Television Station.
Yeah, we really do, and you know, there's a lot of prejudice lingering in the, well, not in the whole world really, against police in general because of certain acts by certain people, but that goes to show not everybody's bad.
It does. They're good and bad and all.
Yes. Next up, 2 Southeast students are certified SolidWorks professionals. Southeast High School seniors Noel Lopez and Rafael Avila are the second and third Georgia high school students to become certified SolidWorks professionals. Lopez became the second student in Georgia to gain this certification after passing the CSWP exam in December. Avila became the third in January. The CSWP exam is the exit exam for most four-year engineering institutions. The test consists of 37 response questions and 24 drafting and design tasks in a 200-minute testing window. Southeast High School is the only high school in the United States with 2 certified SolidWorks professionals. Both students completed the exam in their 3D modeling and analysis course taught by Southeast teacher Ben Oliver. According to Oliver, the accomplishment has helped other students in the program understand what is possible and appreciate the value of the skills they're learning. As Noel and Rafa are also listed on the Global Registry of SolidWorks Certified Professionals, their accomplishment has given validity to the Southeast Engineering program in the professional world.
Lopez said he pursued this certification because he knew it would set him apart from others as he entered college and the professional world. For Avila, his motivation for completing the exam stemmed from his interest in FIRST Robotics, a youth organization centered around the science and technology of building competition robots. He was able to apply what he learned through his certification to My First Robotics competition and uses these skills to help his team. When they're proven drafting and design abilities, these students will graduate high school with highly sought-after skills in the engineering field. Passing this exam represents years of hard work during which they mastered content well beyond the high school and even collegiate levels as they continue in their educations and secure future careers. The certification opened doors for them in engineering, design, and drafting. They have reached a level of certification that qualifies them for career-level positions now and enables them to enter advanced engineering programs as they further their education. It really sounds like, you know, Ben Oliver knows what he's doing there.
I mean, that sounds fantastic. I mean, that's a big deal.
It is, you know, and it's great to know that we still have teachers that are that involved with their students.
It is, because this guy has made these younger kids, I mean, they're surpassing collegiate scholars, truly.
Yeah, I really thank you here at Northwest Georgia Southeast High School.
Yes, congratulations. Next up, the Northwest Georgia Star students recognize the Ringgold Rotary Club for their Heritage High School's Yusuk Christie song and Ringgold High School's Brian Kim as the system's Star students. To obtain the Star nomination, high school seniors must have the highest score on a single test date on 3-part SAT and be in the top 10% or top 10 students of their class based on grade point average. The Ringgold's Rotary Club presented Christy and Brian each with a $500 scholarship. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, congratulations again. Next up, Gavin Noble, #1 boys junior golfer in Georgia Golf Week, has ranked Ringgold High School junior Gavin Noble the #1 boys junior golfer in Georgia. This past spring, Noble shot a solid 72 at the area's 6th AAA tournament at Fields Ferry in Calhoun to qualify for state. He followed up by finishing in a tie for 3rd place at the AJGA Rome Junior Classic at the Coosa County Country Club in early May before the Class 3A state tournament in Hartwell. The future Coastal Carolina University golfer, who will enroll in August, began his summer by placing 2nd overall of 70-72 and a 69 at the 46th Annual Southern Junior Amateur in Louisiana. That result earned him an invite to the AJGA Polo Junior Classic in New Jersey 2 weeks later. Then in mid-July, a little closer to home in Evans, Georgia, Noble shot a 74, 67, and a 71 to finish 2nd at the AJGA Easy Go Von Taylor Championships. The runner-up finish boosted his ranking enough to get him an invite to the Junior Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass in Florida in late August, and he later played in the Ping Invitational at Oklahoma State's home course on Karsten Creek, where the most recent NCAA championships were held. He recorded another top 5 finish in November, placing 4th against a top field at AJGA Rolex Tournament at Champions at PGA National in West Palm Beach, Florida. And Noble recently returned home from Texas, where he was invited to play the AJGA Simplify Championship in Houston. He shot rounds of 68, 78, and 74 to end up in 26th place.
I mean, this is awesome. This guy has actually been invited to a World Championship Cup. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in here today at WDNN. And a big thank you from this television company in general. My name is Adam Scott.
And I'm Aaron Scott. And remember, above all, stay classy.